Any shells here in the... Bleh. So Maya came back around the other time of the other time of the shelf. The other time. Shelves don't have time. Unless it's a shelf of watches. Then it has a lot of time. I'm getting so tongue-tied today. The first Voyagers was a largical? No, not largical. Extracted a slip of cards. Oh, a slip of, oh no, I tripped myself up. I questioned it. A slip of cardstock. That was what the line was, and I messed it up. Just say recall, get a glant, no. He looked to be collecting the books they've been reading, collecting the books they've been reading them. Man, he looked to be looking. He looked to be looking. What did he look to be looking at, huh? Cleared to execute. Made contact with Carget. Carget? No, not a Carget. Could be some kind of dark could be martyr. Martyr. It's a martyr by Dr. Rickard Skiles. No, not Skiles. Ugh. By Dr. Rickard Stiles, PDHD. Is that like the ADHD version of a PhD? To be honest, I do not believe we will ever have answers to these deeple. That's not deeper, it's just deeple. Who would be afraid of deeple? Powers the shield that envelops the craft to perverse existence. Ugh. So the main drive of why did I give such a difficult name to this thing? It's so hard to say. Envelops the craft to pervert. I said perverse again. I said it again. What the hell? He smashed a fish. He smashed a fish. That poor fish. He's smashing fishes. Beric sharded. He sharded? No. Beric sharded. Oh my god, I said it again. Beric shorted. No, what? It's a simple word. It's shouted. That's all I have to say. He burst through the warehouse. It was a house. Now it were a house. Egon's heartbeat. His heart has a beak. Is it a bird? Heavy with child. Her berry. He had only heard outlandish towels. I don't think he's seeing towels right now. You know, not yet. Maybe later. Not right now. With bark the light. Her eyes snacked. Man, her eyes. They got a snack, dude. Num. Wind coursed through the innumerable, man. Come on. Rest so they could make it. What time? What? They're gonna make time? Can I make time? I'd like to make time. Back to the rest to see. To the rest. No, to rest. God. The still compiling the duty roster. Jeez. About a dozen. Do you usually make first impressions? No. About a dozen officers were scattered. Oh, that's a bad one. Monica Monica practically swallowed it whole. Wow, hairball. That didn't impact the case. Why was my mouth preparing to say that didn't impact the case? Do you know what cased is? I sure don't. It was lukewarm, but nonetheless. Oh no, the accents are starting to they're starting to bleed into the prose. Oh, it's happening again. Oh crap. After a moment, Amanda, I think I said Amanda. Yeah, that's not her name, dude. The third was a man in a tall, crisp gray suit. Wow. Yeah, it's a tall suit. He's a little shorty though. With that, a journey like hers would only mast. Oh man, it's only gonna mast a matter of seconds. The third was a tall man in a crisp glass to stay in areas with relatively low particle density. Oh, you won't get dis there, I promise. With relatively low particle density. Why do I want to say density? Like, how many times am I going to say it? I feel like that fake bubble game. With their arm red bands. What? Armbands and caps had settled after the farting. The farting after the farting. One of their comrades. Why is this paragraph like the paragraph from hell I've tripped up like 6 times? Edgar Parktickley. He's been calling me to his He's been calling me to his Habin what? Having a lot of stupid. So we're looking at just under 8 days till we set. Crew's growing. The crew is growing. You get it? The excavation. Excavate. How do you say words now? What are words? Do you know what words are? I don't know what words are anymore. The excavation true. I keep saying excavation true. What the hell is that? Her personal shuttle send it to lower third. Her personal subtle. No. How many ways can I mess up this line? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out now. Her personal shuttle had descended to lower. Her personal. One of the privates in my Marine platoon. Platoon. Why is it platoon? The chamber flooded with atmosphere as Ross and Fred worked on powering the down the shuttle. She turned and pulled her sword. Her swarf. What? Her swarf. What is that? She turned and pulled her sword. So I said it again. No. Herself. Workers were already they were always drifting. Oh man. Deja vu. It looked like Atmosave advertised about a year and a half since she had seen Segure. Taking a sip of oh, that's a mess up. Jack grabbed the ice cold bottle and bopped. He bopped it. It's like this, little sock and boppers. Bop, bop, bop. He flicked ash off the end of the cigarette. That's a cigarette. What would a cigarette be? Probably nothing I'd want. to a Bakelite. Yash. You saw an ear lash. An ear lash. Oh God. Falling on his treek. Treek. What the hell is a treek? For 2 junks. Disguise and launch plaid. As ordered, he pulled the livers. She really didn't know much, Bert. Wearing pink nurse's skirt. Honey, he's barely Sade. Why do I keep saying Sade? That's not a word. With glitches like the bagged. That's impossible to say. Really stucks. It stucks. We also got our first taste of the friendship system. You are listening to Venture Beyond, Stories from Hidden Worlds. If you enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below and share with a friend. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode or new series and updates. Man, I'm over here like, oh man, I can't hear the music. I wonder why. It helps to plug in your headphones. It turns out they work 100,000% better if you plug them in. It's kind of amazing how that works. Things work when they're plugged in. Not 100%, but they work better than when they're not plugged in. So I think we all learned something today, and knowledge is half the battle. What is going on? How are you tonight? Hope you were doing fantastic. It's a great day. It's a really good day. I've been like working all freaking day when I wasn't doing stuff for like, my day job. I was working on things for the book launch today. Yeah, it's just been a day. It's kind of crazy being at this point, like having something that's finished, like having it like fully out in the wild where it's no longer in my hands. I can't go back and just like edit 1,000 times, move a comma, add another story, things like that. Like it's done. It's out there. It's a weird feeling. It's different from the other book that I put out, because that was kind of like a sampler platter. But this is like a 100% complete story. And it's not in my hands anymore. It's in your hands. Or whoever picks it up. Doing fantastic. Had amazing luck yesterday. How about you? I don't know if lucky had a part in it, though. Did almost get in like 3 wrecks while driving because people have just forgotten how to drive. They're just like, I'm just gonna turn and do whatever the hell I want. That's it's not true. I don't know why my dog decided to add to that since he doesn't drive. Doggo, what is it? What's wrong? Did you hear something? Maybe he wants to drive, and that's his way of telling me. Wonder if you can hear the music when the headphones are plugged in. Yeah, I actually can actually hear him. Hear it pretty good. Ugh. Man. Yeah, it's like, it's really weird editing the audiobook, which is like totally done now. I'm just waiting for Audible to get done with their review process. But it's really weird, like, listening to it being like, man, like, that's it. And then every now and then there's like, you know, not like tooting my own horn, it's just, you know, listening to some of these entries, you know, log files and stuff. And just like getting chills because like it worked. You know, like it worked on me and I know exactly what happens in it because I wrote it. And it's like, oh. It's a weird feeling. It's hard to describe. But this won't be the last. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another book coming out at the end of the year. Don't know which one it's gonna be. It kind of depends on like what's like moving and grooving. But I've got a lot of stuff that's getting close to like having a you know, full entry, you know, a full arc ready. Yeah. You know, I debated whether switching to like, you know, podcasts, like putting out like small short stories and stuff like that, to like focusing on big finished things was the right choice. But I don't know, the podcast episodes never felt like this, and this is pretty different. I kind of like having a full thing done, you know, instead of pretty much always in progress, which is kind of the podcasty feel. It's kind of like, oh, still in progress, still working on it. Yesterday I went to the bottle drop where I get money for bottles and cans, and some woman gave me $20 worth of water bottles. Hell yeah. So I got my mom an early Mother's Day gift. Not a Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Not your spelling that's wrong, it's my pronunciation. My mouth decided to say not the word. Oh boy. Well, that's pretty neat. It's like, here's a shitload of water bottles. That is good luck. Oh boy. I had to double check my spelling was wrong because you're mispronouncing the word mother. Yeah, that's on me. That's me. Like I said, it's been a day. Definitely been a day. Last couple of days, this whole week's been just wild, man. We had a bunch of people come in from all over the country. They're in my team at my day job, and it was really good to see them because some of these people I haven't seen for years. Other people I've never actually met in person, so it's really cool to see them. Yeah, it's just like back-to-back meetings and training, and then you know, dinner at places that, you know, have prices that make me sweat. Like you get above like $15 a plate, I start to get really uncomfortable. It's like I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. Draining, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Is a lot, but also like is good. It's a lot good. Good. It's good a lot. Those are words. Oh man. Yeah, I'm really just kind of at a loss for words. Like this feeling of like just being done, you know, with a story. It's strange. I've always been able to like go back and fix something, you know, when I read it, it's like, oh, tweak and, you know, change things and stuff, and I can't do that now. It cost me $15 a plate. I hope and pray I'm going to have leftovers. If there's no leftovers I can bring home, it's not worth $15. Yeah, I know, right? Oh man, one of the places that we went to had an amazing prime rib. Holy crap, that was really good. I think that's probably the best prime rib I've ever had. They made the shit out of that thing, and I'm sitting there looking at the cost of that plate. I'm like, I can almost justify it. It's just that good. Like, holy crap, dude. But also, would I buy it myself? Nope. Yeah, it was too much. It's too much. But I get it. I get it. It was a big old chunk. Thank you, doggo. It was a big old chunk of prime rib, too. It was huge. I was sitting there like, yeah, worth. I didn't have any leftovers, but worth. It's right there, man. Holy crap. Ugh. Oh, I didn't even tell you how the briskets went. That went amazing. We ended up not having to do any overnight work, just because the smoke was going really, really well. So that was good. I was ready to do 2 overnights just to make sure that we got everything done, but unnecessary. Didn't need it. We ended up, so we were just supposed to do 8, but we ended up doing 10, and 2 of those were 20 pounders. They're huge. Because we need to get some extra done. Dude, it's pretty awesome. It's not something I'd want to do every weekend, but I think between myself and my father-in-law, we did like a really good job. It turned out really well. I think pretty much anybody would be pretty happy with it. Maybe it wouldn't impress the socks out of like the hardest of hardcore hill country style brisket enjoyers, but I think that was really good. Yeah, share some with the rest of the class. Believe it or not, they only had like a tray of brisket left for this church thing that they were doing. There were that many people coming to this thing at this church, this little picnic that they had. And they seemed to enjoy it. Yeah, I don't even go to that church. And I don't know. It was kind of neat because like nobody knows me there. I guess they know about me because of my in-laws, but nobody knows me there. So like I'm sure a bunch of the people there just saw me helping with the brisket, and I was like doing the chop. Like I had my 2 butcher knives making the chop off to the side, and I'm sure they're like, man, who's this mystery brisket man? Who's that guy? No, that's brisket man. Comes out of nowhere and chops shit up. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like, this weekend was nuts. This week was nuts. Finally have like a mostly normal weekend this weekend. But also abnormal because my book is out. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. I was gonna give you a little preview of the Audible version. I was gonna grab a passage and play the fully like finished and mastered version of like one of the chapters, just as a little special, especially because it's not out yet. Waiting for approval from Audible, but it seems like it takes a few days when we get stuff done. But I thought that'd be fun. You get the first look. Like literally no one has heard this except for me. I'm the only person that's been listening to it. To be honest, I would randomly show up to a church barbecue just for the food and dip, never show up again. See, that's the funny thing. I showed up at this church barbecue with the barbecue, dropped it off, gave him a show with my butcher knives, chopping up some of the brisket for chop, and just disappeared, never to be seen again. So I'm sure to some of them I'm just the magical barbecue fairy. He just came out of nowhere. This giant man is floating around with gifts of meaty goodness. If that's the legacy I leave behind, the magical brisket fairy. I can live with that. That's a good one. I like that. I tell you what, making something in Audible is it's pretty easy. My software that I use for audio processing and recording and stuff like that, they have a setting on there that specifically gets your settings right for Audible. That was really useful because they're very specific on like loudness levels, things like that. Yeah, basically you make an audio file per chapter and load it up per chapter, put a title on them, arrange them the way that they're supposed to be arranged, and add a description and stuff. Like it pulls a couple things for you because it links up to an Amazon book file. But yeah, I was kind of surprised. I expected it to be a much more, I don't know. I just didn't expect it to be this easy to set up. Like once I had the files per chapter, it just kind of flew together. It'll be about 5 hours was the final cut. It's pretty decent size for a book like this. And I did like a full dramatic reading of it, so I'm like playing as the characters. The barbicorn, it's like a unicorn but specialized in barbecues. I love that. That's good. Oh, look, it's the barbicorn. I've only heard about barbicorn in myths and legends. Oh, it's so magical. Man, did you finally kill Gaming Creed? I'm starting to wonder now if Gaming Creed was ever real. Like, is Gaming Creed in the room with us now? But, no, in all seriousness, I think Gaming Creed got a job, right? Is that what it was? Something lame like that. Yeah, got a job like a loser. Good for him. Just gives us more to give him crap about, right? It's like, well, at least I show up. It'd be really funny if I give him crap like, hey, at least I show up. It's like, well, it's your stream. Yeah. No, I killed him in an epic battle to the death in the 4th dimension. You killed him in time? No. Not time. Marty, you're not thinking 4th dimensionally. Not gonna lie, pretty epic. Maybe you shouldn't be killing people. Might be a little dangerous. but epic. Very, very epic. This is just like caught myself listening to the music, like getting flashbacks to fighting the Elden Beast. The Vassal. That was a pretty sick fight. I'm really sad that Elden Ring hadn't come out when I was still on the air. I was still doing streams and stuff. That would have been so much fun. Yeah, Creed, he just shows up right now, just like, I'm here, bitches. You thought I was dead? And it would serve us right, Jaden. It would serve us right. Man, it's kind of like a weird counterintuitive sense of relief. Like, on one hand, I'm just happy to be done with the Bones of Night, but also I'm like, oh, I should add this, or I should go make sure that something is right. To defeat me, all you have to do is put me on top of the fridge and I'm not coming down. Just like, nope. You go to timeout. Just like that. Seems legit. Just like that. It's like, boop. I love this song. I don't know what about this song like really gets me. I think it just kind of comes together really well. Short King, there you go. All right, I'm gonna pause real quick. I gotta go to the bathroom. Alright, sorry about that. So I'm participating in a Minecraft building competition, and I feel like I'm building too good for a family competition. You probably are. So stop it. That's what you wanted to hear, right? You're being too good. Stop being so good. Too good. What's the competition? Is there like a prompt? Like you have to build a castle or something like that? What's the competition? Spring themed. So you got to make something that says spring. Interesting. What are you working on? What did you think of to kind of fit the theme? So I'm trying to think of something. Like the only thing I can think of is like making a big tree with flowers on it. You know, like a tree house, but it's like a literal tree. Building a fantasy island where it has very lush cave systems. I like the sound of that. Sounds like fun. Alright, I'm gonna try something here. Don't know if it'll work super well because I haven't really pushed my my system like this. But I want to see if I can put on a fun game called Trailmakers while we talk. The only reason I'm kind of like, is it's a rather demanding game because the physics engine. Kind of want to see how it does. I gotta reset these. Yeah, let's see how it goes. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, we might have something catch on fire. Who knows? It'll be fine. If it catches on fire, it's just more fun that way. Yeah, this is totally on the fly. Did not plan to do this. Just kind of was like, let's go there. Let's do a thing. So I don't know if you've ever played a game called Trailmakers. It is a very fun game. I love to do it just to like kind of like flow state but it's a builder. You know, you build like vehicles, stuff like that. And I kind of like working on flying stuff, you know, airplanes, things of that matter. This is a tank I've kind of been working on piece by piece. Doesn't work very well, but it's not really finished yet. They actually just added tank treads to the game. That's been pretty fun. And then of course I went and high watered the tanks, so that's good. That's what you should do with the tank, just high water it. Yeah, let me show you one of the first flying machines that I made. Let's see. Yeah, this guy. Oh yeah, we're flying now. So these thrusters, they can only go for so long before they overheat. So my idea was like, oh yeah, just like strap them under the wing, put them on hinges, and we'll just like make a little skipper. And didn't work super well, as you can see. Kind of works like dirt. But it was a thing that flew, sort of. Oh yeah, oh, going down hard. Winner of the Minecraft building competition gets a good prize. Basically, first prize gets $100 in the service store. An in-game gold trophy, YouTube short, and TikTok made. Nice. Let's see. We've got various other failures. See, this one worked okay. Wasn't great, but I had this idea of like hinging the wing, so I could go up and down with the wing, and then you know, turn around with these in the back. So this worked okay. You know, if it was real, you'd be setting yourself on fire, which is really fun. I love setting myself on fire in a plane. You know, it's very conducive to air travel. But, I mean, look at this. This actually works. Whereas the other thing did not. And a thing that works is better than a thing that doesn't work. Yeah, that's what they say. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This always kind of had like a weird turning issue though, and didn't get as fast as I wanted to. Looked kind of chunky. But seemed to work out okay. So then, like, the next real serious evolution, I went way too far up, was when I started, well, one, started working on some, like, VTOL. So I wanted to be able to do some vertical takeoff and landing. So I developed this guy. Has like little feet that pop out. And if you finesse the controls, you get a nice little vertical takeoff And it'll start to spin out of control because that's fun. And it's not very well optimized. And I mean, it works. As you can see, I use the same chassis, like the main fuselage body there, as the thing that you just saw a second ago. And if you get it just right, just kind of ease her down. Sounds really cool. And you start to lose control. Like, you really gotta finesse it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's all. You know what? Nothing broke. We're gonna call that a landing. So then I got the idea of just like shoving everything in a body, as you do, and making a like a little fighter plane, kind of inspired by an F-14, kind of not. It doesn't have the wing that, you know, flaps out, but the idea is there of like kind of having a twin body lifting body kind of plane, and this works really well. This is like my first like, ooh, I like how this works kind of plane that I made. This is a very interesting game. It is extremely addicting. It's one of those that like I'll put on for like 15 minutes. You know what's funny? I put this on for 15 minutes after I'm done streaming, and it helps me like kind of reset my brain. Or like if I'm having trouble concentrating on writing or something like that, I'll put this on. 15 minutes, I'm ready to write again. It just helps me reset. Yeah. It's a little deceptive. This actually has 3 rows of engines, as you can see there in the middle, but I make it look like it only has 2. Yeah, this thing is pretty nice. It's an okay dogfighter. It's decently fast too. Not as fast as it could be, but it's like pretty easily maneuverable. And then you get like, if you get into high speed turns, it kind of struggles a little bit. And where'd we go from here? I did like various weird experiments. Like, I want all the thrusters ever. Basically have 2 solid rocket boosters as engines. And this thing works like garbage. It turns very badly. Well, it turns okay, but you can't really control it. And it'll decide to turn on its own. Like that. Been playing Tomodachi Life, living the dream, and I'm pretty sure all my Miis are mentally insane. Well, I mean, that would track, wouldn't it? I'm just kind of saying, right? Like, wouldn't that kind of track? Yeah, this thing, it looks neat. Works really bad. Just works bad. Let's see. Oh, this thing. So I was like, oh, I want to make a heavy lift VTOL. This works a little bit better. I started to figure out more like what it takes to make this work, but also it's like way too heavy. And like at different rates of acceleration, you need different angles for those front thrusters to really work. It's also very wobbly like that, and it's hard to keep it from doing that. When I made this, they did not have gyro stabilizers in the game yet. So I was just trying to like control the different like movement forces manually, and it is working okay. See, like I can get control of it, and then I turn, and then it gets all kind of wonky and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. If I were to make this again today, it would have a gyro stabilizer. So then I went for like a very different kind of thing. The idea being that it's kind of like a spearhead, right? Very narrow, very focused. Lots of weapons. This one... Okay, can't remember if this was the one. I have a version of this that has vertical takeoff also. This thing is just fun. It's pretty speedy. It turns pretty well. Decent amount of firepower. But also gets really unstable on turns. Like if it's doing let's get it up to max speed here. Yeah, it like flips. I tried to going straight up and it kind of like flips out on me. It's very fun though. And this idea had like a lot of variations. Oh, this is a fun one. The idea of this one, I need to get a different runway for this to work. By the way, you can make all kinds of vehicles in this. I just like making planes. I like to fly. Alright, let's bring that over. By the way, you can thank my wife, Nicole, for putting in a ton of work on the Kindle books and everything in general. She actually put the Kindle files together and did a fantastic job. So this thing is all about being big and fast and kind of, you know, like at least from the back, resembling the Millennium Falcon and breaking the sound barrier. This is like close to the building complexity meter. Yeah, she was in the room. No worries. But also still has the flop out problem, which is it can be a difficult problem to really really nailed down. Like that. I was trying to go straight down and it kind of flops on me. But it looks really cool. I even tried doing I called this one Hollow Point. For obvious reasons. And this one doesn't work very well at all. It's very floaty, but it looks cool. What's interesting is like, so there's some of the weapons in this game, they just aim for center mass on whatever it's shooting at. So you could actually spoof some of those weapons with this thing. Wasn't exactly the idea behind it. I was just trying to make something that looked cool, and ended up kind of looking like the Batwing. Blue Streak is one of my favorites. It is a very silly lots of guns kind of thing. And it is called Blue Streak because it has a big old streak of blue on it. Let's see, let's line up a shot here. Oh, flopping out. See, flop out issue, it's difficult, man. It was something I kept struggling with. And as much firepower as this has, it's really hard to really train it on target. Probably because it's too damn fast. Ow. Thankfully our little person here, very impact resistant. Probably made of 100% cartilage. Alright, so this was me starting to figure out, like, really good design, right? Really kind of refining things down, because I wanted to make something that would really be extremely fast. And also had a cool converting tail, and this is much more stable. So this thing is all about breaking the sound barrier and looking cool doing it. Does have a slight dip as you go. That's okay. And the nice thing is this pretty much goes exactly where you want it to go. When it's at max speed, it flops a little bit. It's a little unstable. It's not that bad. And all these movements are like barely flicking the stick here. I'm on controller right now. There you go. That was a full hard turn. Still took it pretty well. Yeah. This one is really fun. I love this plane. Come back to it a lot. But then I kind of had like some other ideas. Oh, this one's very silly. Sorry, one more distraction real quick. This is a manual bomber. It's just got big ol' sticks of dynamite strapped to it. And it will blow itself up. Like that. Let me see if I can get it off the runway this time. Alright. Lift. Lift. Get up there. Nope. Might have to give it a little hill to help it out. As you do. Give it a little help. Yeah, you're more likely to blow yourself up with this thing than actually blow up something. So as you can see, it's two of the last plane just smashed together. And then when you're ready to blow something up. Oh! That was the wrong button. Blows up really nice. Like that! Yeah, I forgot it has a manual trigger. And then if you really want to play around, you can just leave all your bombs. There we go. Rebuild in the air. Okay. Yep. Like I said, you're gonna blow up your own plane. Oh, man. Yeah, I tried for a while to get this thing to work. What? That's a lot of energy, man. It just flew us halfway across the map. Very silly, very fun. So then I had this idea of like, I want something that can go underwater. Yeah, exactly, Jaden. That's right. What's really funny is I'm pretty sure the developers for this game are Swedish. So this doesn't look like too much from the surface. It's kind of a weird, goofy plane, right? This one can get a little wet. So it's got both jet engines and propellers, so you can seaplane it. You can go. The idea behind it is it's kind of like an ambush plane. You have this go sit on the sea floor, and when something when a target comes up, you just hop right up, take it out. Not that this has any weapons, but that's the idea behind it. Why I wanted to make it. See what I mean? Like, I just come up with an idea, I kind of work on the idea for a while, eventually make something that does it, and it just kind of like, it scratches an itch. You know, it's kind of like playing with Legos, sort of like how Minecraft, you know? Minecraft to me feels like playing with Legos. It kind of does the same thing. So then I had another concept of like how to build a fighter, you know, something a little more chunky. And I wanted to kind of like study how different tail configurations worked. Because what I noticed is that when you angle the tail, when you have the vertical stabilizers at a 45 or lower angle, the plane's controlled better. So I would basically use this guy to test out different configurations with the plane. This is kind of like an F4 Phantom right now. Of course, it's not twin engine, but quickly figured out that having the tail pointed down was kind of unstable. Didn't work super well. But when you have it V upwards, it does pretty well. Get a little bit of flop out. It's not that bad. And I do kind of love the configuration of these wings. Kind of reminds me of the F-23 Black Widow. This thing turns way too aggressively. But it's pretty fun. It's kind of a little study in like how to change up my design process. Kind of blending things in a little bit more. And I came up with this awesome thing. One of my favorites. It's a very different kind of plane. It takes a lot of the ideas with the ones I was showing you just a bit ago. But kind of adjusts those into something a little more focused. So this can both do an X-tail or this configuration, which is like remarkably stable. It feels really good either way that you do it. So this guy is very, very cool, very fun. And, you know, so it essentially looks tailless. It doesn't have like a big old vertical stabilizer on it. But it's just because the panels in the back are doing the work. Now it's got more of a vertical stabilizer. It kind of looks more like a missile. But it works like pretty much equally well either way you do it. And you know, the more I worked on these planes, the more I realized that like a lot of the quality of like how these fly really comes down to that vertical stabilizer, because that determines a lot of things, like kind of how stable is it in flight? Does it shimmy around? Like, see how it kind of shimmies the butt a little bit as it goes, but not like a ton. Some planes, depending on how you set up the vertical stabilizer, they shimmy a lot, and it's really annoying. So, like, I basically tinker to try to make like the most stable thing I can. And this was before they added vertical stabilizers to the game. Well, before they added gyro stabilizers. Sorry, I don't know what I was saying. So, you know, trying to figure all of this manually. And this answers the question of what if you made a motorcycle fly with guns? Because Merca. Lift up. Okay, there we go. So you gotta make a motorcycle fly, right? And you gotta strap a bunch of guns to a motorcycle, right? Camera's getting a little wonky there. As simple as this thing is, it's actually really fun to fly around. It flies pretty well. Still wasn't happy with it, so I kept developing it. And eventually made this guy. So this has a vertical takeoff and landing, because of course it does. That's what you do in a motorcycle. Doesn't your motorcycle have vertical takeoff and landing? And have a lot of jet engines powering it. That's what I thought. I mean, of course yours does. Starting to not look like a motorcycle anymore. It's a little big. But also, it's very fun. You don't even have a motorcycle? Come on! God, I mean, I don't either, but in this game I do. And it flies. And I wanted to make a quiet version that was actually even more low profile. And ended up with this guy. These thrusters are like really quiet, but they have very low thrust. But my idea with this is it was kind of like a stealth version. Just kind of went for these angles to it, and you know, more guns, because what says stealth? You know, like guns. I'm trying to get a good angle. Yeah. There you go. If you don't have a lot of guns, are you really doing stealth right? That's what I always say. My favored approach to stealth is just destroying the entire area. You know, I like to take the Death Star approach to stealth. If the planet isn't there, then did the bad things happen? Did they happen? I don't know. Oh. Get ready for extra silliness. Remember this guy? Yeah. 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 Why wouldn't you just have an entire launching system? Right? I know that's what you were thinking. So, can't quite take off on its own, so I mean, we gotta help it, right? It's just what you gotta do. There you go. So you just get it to a very pleasant 500 miles per hour and just let her go. As you do. And yeah, you can have a little extra fun. Just oh wow, I actually can't control it anymore. I've lost it. Whoops. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that happened. Yeah. Very practical. Very practical ideas.
Let's see. So this was kind of more recent. Made this last year. Yeah, there goes Artemis 3. So this kind of took everything that I've been working on with the other ones and kind of like applied it here. This has extremely fast turning, like sharp turning, because it has a thrust vectoring, so it can turn on target really hard, so much so that it will fall out of the air because it turns so hard. You know, go from a nice casual 300 miles per hour to 50 in a single turn. Probably won't scramble your brain. It'll be fine. Yeah. Basically, turning was the name of the game with this one. Wanted it to turn like crazy. Be a kind of ultimate dogfighter. And it controls really, really well. Like, when you compare it to a lot of the other ones that I've put on, this actually... it feels very good to fly. Which is kind of the point. This, even though it is showing up afterwards, this actually was a later version of the same thing. It's a single engine. This one's even more responsive. Whoops. Just go blow up a plane. It's fine. It'll be fine. So... if you make a, you know... you might as well have a double-decker. Right? I love how every time I do a Nuzlocke for Pokemon, I name my rival Creed for Gaming Creed. Now I think about it, I think I've been trapping him in my Pokemon rivals this whole time. That would make a lot of sense. Whoops, didn't mean to press that. So I called this Big Gulp on account of that big old mouth. Yeah, here's Big Gulp. And as silly as this is, being a double-decker jet, this actually flies really well. It's kind of crazy. I was really surprised at how this thing did. Because it's very silly to have a twin engine configured like this in yeah, turns out it's the best. You should always do it like this. Funny thing is, there's actually a couple of historical fighter jets that were configured like this, but they're very limited. There's an interceptor craft that the British Army had, or British Air Force had, Can't remember the name of it. And it was ugly. Kind of like Big Gulp. So Big Gulp will go sit at the bottom of the sea for a little bit. Just enjoy that. So you can see I was working with the motorcycle thing again. Then a new DLC came out for this game that added different kinds of thrusters, and these have kind of amazing thrust to weight ratio. So this thing basically got a giant speed upgrade. I even put a little thruster down there so that I could basically use it for extra fast turning. Because I didn't want this to ever not be able to turn. So yeah, that was like kind of the best kind of fighter I had for a while. And then you might remember this guy. You know, why not just strap a lot of weapons to it? You know, if you're gonna have something that can go to the sea floor and attack things, you might as well give it some weapons so it can do that. Like torpedoes, why not? You can even be a little sneaky, yeah. It's kind of like sneak up on somebody. Shoot, dip, shoot and dip. And be like, oh man, I wish I had torpedoes to hit that guy with. Like, you sure as fuck do. Time to explore the Titanic, this time without a game controller. Oh yeah? Are you watching Titanic right now? You watching that Kate Winslet? She's gorgeous in that movie. Which implies that she's not in you know what I mean. Alright, so you gotta, you know, throw weapons on things, right? That's just how you do. So, that led me down a very fun path of making, like, the best flying submarine I could. So, this is a submarine. And it's I wouldn't call it a fighter, but it sure can turn like one if the fighter is a bus. And has 2 miniguns and 4, you know, rocket cells, you know, as you do. Oh, and flak cannons. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh, yeah. And, you know, torpedoes, because it's a submarine. I mean, come on. So, yeah, the idea with this is that it's it's a submarine by day, but also a fighter by night. And if you get it just right, you can get it to be a boat. It's more of one of those hydroplane kind of boats. I mean, kind of looks like a boat to me, Steve. And of course, being a submarine, it can control its own depth without propulsion. So I can go up or down. But the thing I wanted to show off today is I call it the missile. So it started like this, and I just kind of wanted to make like a nice little compact fighter that like is kind of like a missile. And yeah, this is a huge step forward. I mean, look at this. It doesn't need a the same kind of wing structure or anything that any of mine needed. It's very stable. This actually uses the gyro stabilizer and gyro controls that they had added to the game. It was like the first time I really started to mess around with them. And yeah, this doesn't turn super well until it gets to lower speed, but it's pretty fun. So that was like kind of my first attempt, and then kind of ended up with this guy. And this is extremely weight efficient. I've basically stripped out like all the unnecessary weight out of this thing. The only reason it's got lights on there is because it actually saves weight and drag. Yeah. You could definitely call this a missile if you wanted to. It goes pretty fast. It's very low profile. Now that they have like remote control blocks, I could pretty much set this up, you know, as a version that has doesn't have a pilot seat, but it has like a remote control console, and you know, it would just be a guided missile, because why not? And it can do really nice donuts in the air. So why wouldn't you? It's kind of the theme of the night. You might be able to see. Hey, and if you're gonna make a subsonic one, you might as well make one that's supersonic. So this is more telephone pole like, but very fast. Just like that. But it can't turn at all. this is me turning as hard as I can. And I can't even turn within the bounds of the map because this thing will not turn. And then it'll destroy itself. That's good. So, very fun. Very fast. And yeah, why wouldn't you make a tank that looks like this? You know, you've seen tanks like this, right? Do you see what I'm talking about here? It's kind of got that, you know, that Minecraft energy of like, I'm just gonna make whatever the hell I want. Yeah, this shouldn't work, but it does, and it's really fun. The really fun thing with this is it can go underwater. And it'll still work. So, there you go. You can go underwater in basically a tank bicycle. It's okay, I climb, but not great. Yeah, very, very tank-like, right? This is exactly what you think of when you think tank. Okay. I think this will be the last thing that I show off for the night. I gotta get over to the water, though. So, I'm not really great at building boats. Still kind of working on that. But I can make things that shoot. So, I kind of wanted to make a, like... Which one is it? I think this is the good one. I want to make like an artillery ship, basically. And it's got lots of shields, so nothing can get in there except for in the very big, obvious gaps there. And also has machine guns for, you know, defense, because you gotta. It's the right thing to do. But yeah. Just a nice little blanket of artillery. It's good. It's good. The artillery basically shoots wherever I look. As long as it's kind of in this line. The idea being that if I need to shoot straight up for some reason, I could. But you shouldn't do that. And if you know physics, you know why. And every now and then it shoots itself. You know, as you do. Yeah, it's got just... It's one of those things where it's like, I want to make something that does X. Or I had an idea that fixes a problem that I had with the last thing that I made. Yeah, it's a really good tinkering kind of game. Yeah. Gotta love that barrage. Alright, let me show you a couple more. Boats. So that was like the artillery ships. Then I was like, well, I want to make something that can do missiles. So got like a normal turret there for big ol' shells. And just, you know, a little bit of vertical launch rocket pods. Just a little bit. It's not too much. It's just a little bit. Oh. Hit that by accident. It's really funny when you line something up to hit the for these to lock on perfectly, because it just evaporates. You know, there's not serious terrain deformation in this game, so you're not gonna see like this rock explode. But it, like, if another vehicle was in this, it would just explode. It's just death would happen. But I'll show you the big problem with this thing. Stability. It is very floppy. Yep. Capsized. Just from turning. So if that's gonna happen, you need to make something that won't do that. The solution: add some pontoons. Basically. Functionally. So then this was much more stable. Not so flippity floppity. And ended up being really fast. And yeah, that's a lot of guns, right? You might notice the thrusters that I was talking about before that were in that that other plane. These basically work as stabilizers. Oh yeah, I forgot. This one has torpedoes, because that's what you do. So basically, if you didn't have these thrusters providing stabilization, this would be flopping all over the place. Like the gun array here would be all over the place, and it would actually rip itself apart. So this keeps that from happening while also not throwing the plane out of the water. The boat out of the water. And if you can make one gun array, why wouldn't you make two? Right? So basically made America the boat. All right, let's line her up here. Take out that other one. We don't need it anymore. Let's bring her about here. Ooh. See, it's still like kicking me around even though it's got the stabilizers. So yeah, it's still a little floppy, but it won't like actually flip over. Thankfully. It's very satisfying to shoot this thing, really. Makes me a little patriotic, you know? Not that I'm not always patriotic, but you know what I mean. It's like, salute a flag. That's America right there. It's America the boat. Let's make, you know, something that explodes a lot. It's very satisfying. So yeah, this is what I do when I need to think. I just build something. This is actually the first version of that submarine boat. Doesn't work super well because I hadn't figured out all the things that made the submarine plane work super well. And you get to fly straight into the ground at 150 miles per hour, because why not? So, that's Trailmakers. If you are interested, might actually feature that on the show more. You might see like, oh, let's build this thing or that thing. You know, let's make a tank. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to fly it into the water at 150 miles per hour? Exactly. It's what you do. Well, kind of a quiet night. But, Jaden, guess what? If you look under your seat, you'll find a brand new car. No, not a brand new car. Can't hook you up with a brand new car. Sorry about that. But how would you like a Kindle copy of my book for you to enjoy? I don't know if that face is for the book. Damn, just damn. Dang. Yeah, sorry. No brand new car. All right, we'll talk after stream. Basically, DM. I think I need an email address. I'll take a look at it tomorrow. But I'll send you over a Kindle copy, and you can enjoy the Bones of Night and get spooky super spooky times. I think you'll enjoy it. It was a really fun one to write, which is weird because I'm not really a big fan of horror movies or horror books, things like that, but this one just kind of came together really well. Like, there's a few that I really enjoy. You're gonna spoil it. No. No, don't spoil it for everybody on the show. No. Alrighty. Well, I hope you had fun today. I know it was pretty much just you and me, but I think it was a nice little celebration of new beginnings. You know, it's not every day. Love horror, so this would be a good read if it's from you. Hey, there you go. All I ask is that when you're done, drop a review on Amazon. I'm telling you right now, it does not have to be like a 5-star review or anything like that. I just kind of want your honest thoughts on there. You know, I don't want, you know, like, oh, well, it was the best thing I've ever read, you know, unless it like actually is. I kind of want your honest words on it. You're not going to hurt my feelings or anything like that. And honestly, I think that a real like 3-star review on something, like someone's actual honest opinion, is so much better than like a generic 5-star, you know. So just rate it how you really feel it, you know. You don't have to save my feelings. Well, I'll talk to you about that. Like I said, tomorrow. That way, get you hooked up. Be a good time. It's not super long. The audiobook, like I said, is about 5 hours. I think it's about 200 pages, something like that. But it's meaty. Bit of a slow burn at the beginning, and then picks up. I think it'll be fun. Well, this has been the launch party for The Bones of Night. If you haven't picked up my new book already, please do. I've got a link down in the description. It is in the chat also. It's a dark sci-fi horror adventure into yeah, just kind of utter madness. I had a lot of fun writing it, and I think you would have a lot of fun reading it. It's a project from an indie author that actually cares about your time, which is a vanishingly rare commodity in this age where most writers don't seem to care about audiences' time whatsoever and would rather preach about things. Don't know what they're preaching about, but they're preaching about something. Looking forward to the next one of these sometime later this year. I care about any indie things. Well, it's hard to get more indie than this. Didn't even hire an editor or a marketer. anything self-edited, recorded once the Audible comes out, everything. Just me and my wife figuring things out. About as indie as it gets. Well, I hope you had fun tonight. I'll be talking soon about next things that are coming out. Got some pretty exciting things coming. I'm trying to think. I have no idea what's going on next week. Yeah, it seems about as indie as you could possibly get. Yeah. Yep. You get to get in on this before it's cool. Think about it that way. You could be a K.R. Stevens hipster, like, yo man, I was reading that back before it was cool. Alright, everybody. I hope you had a good time. We'll be back soon with something. And also let everybody know when the Audible comes out. It should be relatively soon. They said it could take some time because they have a lengthy review process. One thing I'll say about Audible is their requirements are like pretty strict, but like in a good way. Like they're very particular about what's on their platform in terms of like audio quality and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty neat. Like you can't just like dump stuff on there. Get the OG pass. I was there when the lands were Braven. I wanted to say Braven so bad. Baron. Braven. Oh boy. Well, it's a good thing I'm not narrating a book tonight. It would be just a little loopy. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Jaden, I really hope you enjoy the book. Like I said, I'll be in touch soon so I can get that over to you. Until next time, I bid you good fortune, good health, and good game. Good books. Let's add a little extra there. I'll see you next time. Oh, you need to add your little bit there, kitty? Did you hear that? He's got to steal the show right at the end. Is that the rule? Yeah. All right. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching the show. Check out the links down below and come hang out in Discord or social media with us. Until next time, I bid you good fortune, good health, and good game. And I'll see you in the next class.